What is up, everybody? Renfail here. Hopefully, you are doing well. I have been having an amazing time with Tales of the Shire, and I just crossed the 20-hour mark today in the stream series, which means it's time to move on to the second of the 3 reviews that I do for every game I play. And if you're not familiar with my process, we start off with an early thoughts video after the first stream session, which we did on launch day. Then I come back with an initial review after 20 to 25 hours of the game played, and then when I finish a game, I then do a final review. And for games that are longer than 50 hours, we also do an additional thoughts video at around 50 hours for an aggregate review across multiple stages of playing a game. So now that we have moved past the 20-hour mark, I have nothing but great things to say about this game. I am freaking loving this game. It's everything that I wanted out of a cozy crafting Hobbit simulator. It's everything that Weta Workshop had talked about building when they first announced this game a few years back. I've been covering this game since it launched, and I was just waiting for this patiently because I'm a huge Middle-earth fan. I love all things Lord of the Rings, Hobbit, and Middle-earth related, and this has been an absolute treat of a game to dive into. So, you've already watched my early thoughts video. If you haven't, make sure to check the link below so that you understand the context of the things that we're going to be talking about in this video. Because the things that I learned back in that part of the game, man, one of the coolest parts about this game that I've had the most fun with, now that I've been playing it for, however many few days it's been out now, the unfolding of the quality of life progression and the seasonal changes, the party system, meaning the inviting people to parties, the different places you can host parties at, the festival we hosted when in Bywater during this morning stream, when we had a certain tall-robed stranger with a long gray beard show up and shoot off fireworks for the event. Everything has been an absolute treat in terms of making me feel like I am a hobbit in the Shire. We're currently in winter. I don't have anything planted in my garden beds right now because we've harvested everything, and I'm just waiting for spring to roll around before I put any new things in. But let's sort of talk my way through some of the things that I'm really enjoying now that I am deeper into the game. So probably the first thing is going to be, as I mentioned, the quality of life progression. So a couple of things have happened since we first did this. First and foremost, we unlocked an additional section of our Hobbit hole, which is this right here. When we first played, we did the first review, this whole section of the house was closed off, and we unlocked this portion of the house. And you'll notice there are still sections of the house that are blocked off. We have quests to do, which will unlock additional sections of the house. I'm going to be turning this into my personal writing room and study, and then there's going to be a little nap nook right here. But I'm still in the process of gathering furniture together for the bits and pieces. One of the things I've also discovered since that initial review is just the depth and breadth of the decoration system in this game. So first and foremost, you can come in here and we can style all these different things. We can change the wainscoting here on the walls. We can change the wall panels. We can move down into the floors as an example and do all these different floor types. You could apply these to the whole house, or you could do it just in one room. You can do everything here. We've got wainscoting, we've got ceilings, we've got the beams. You could change the beam style. You could change the chandelier. You could change all of these little aspects, and not just here, but every single room in the house. You can also do this on the outside, including changing what types of windows you want to have in your home. I really like the round ones so far, have been really cool, but you can go in here and change the window styles. I mean, there's so many different things you can do. And that's not talking about all of the different furniture things that we have. We have all of these different things that we could place. Here's a wide shelves that we could place down here. There's so much that you can place, and it goes beyond just the furniture because there's also all of these different decorations as well. We've got rugs and wall hangings and benches and buckets and paintings like this one right here that we could hang on the wall. And there's literally, I have not started this project yet because I know that me getting into the base building part of this game is going to be me losing my soul for probably 15-20 hours of gameplay. But before I get to that point, I really want to have all of the accoutrement, like desks and chairs and everything else unlocked. And I haven't unlocked all those things because there are vendors that you can buy things at, but there's also the faction stuff, which is what I'm going to talk about now. So part of what unlocking this house revolved around was doing quests to raise my faction with one of the hobbits, specifically Willow. Now, every hobbit in the Shire that is a main storyline hobbit that you interact with has a faction related to them. So you can go in here to these individuals and you can look at your current faction with them as a companion. And you'll see milestone rewards for when you get to a certain milestone with them. It'll tell you what you're going to earn. So for example, Nora Burrows, we can go over here and see that, hey, you know, we can earn different things with her. You can see what she craves for food. And then you can also go see here what the basic gifts are, what the specialty gifts are in terms of what she might give you. So I have gotten some of her gifts, but we still have special gifts. She has 17 basic gifts that she could give me, and I've only earned 4 of them so far. So there is a huge amount of, in terms of like the relationships you could build and all of the things that you can earn in the game, there is a boatload of stuff here. Like, I feel like after 20 hours of the game, I'm barely scratching the surface in terms of all of the things I can do in this game, in terms of earning all of the things that I want and really maximizing my house. But it goes way beyond my house, because it's also the clothing that you wear. Like, I started off with a different outfit and I have purchased more outfits since then, but I've also earned a bunch of outfits and clothing items along the way from doing quests and earning reputation with those vendors. But wait, there's more, because part of this revolves around the club missions. So the club missions, basically, when you get deeper into the game, and you start to establish the town of the village of Bywater, you will form these clubs. So there's a cooking club, a fishing club, a foraging club, and a gardening club. So as an example, the foraging club allows you to, well, first and foremost, it gives you a lantern at the first tier, which allows you to harvest specialty items at night and light your way around the forest. But after that, you start earning these other missions, including backpack upgrades, which means you can carry more stuff, and there are multiple tiers to this. And then you can go into things like, this is a really cool one here, garden space unlocked through Rosie Cotton. So what does that mean? Well, as an example, when we first started the game, this whole section was locked off, this right here. So there was like a blocked off gate here. But now we can come down in here. We have all this space available here. We have this little bridge right here. We have this right here, and we have this gate that goes out into the rest of the Shire. And if you look over here, just like there are blocked off sections of the house, there are blocked off sections of our garden. Like right here, and then we can go right here. There's a blocked off section right here. We can run around the house, and we can find blocked off sections over here as well. So there's a lot of expansion we can do with the Hobbit hole, which I'm going to be doing because I want to be able to have the maximum Hobbit hole possible. So we have to max our faction with Rosie to get all the garden stuff. We have to max our faction with Willow to unlock all of the Hobbit hole additions. And then we have to max our faction with everybody else because we want all the maximum amount of furniture, decorations, and other things so that I can properly decorate my Hobbit hole. Oh, by the way, did I mention that you can decorate, that you can like do things to the outside of your Hobbit hole, like change the type of walls you have on top of the windows, and then you can also come in here and like change the beam types and all this other stuff. So you can do brick, or you can do yeah. There's so much customization you can do. So this is the Hobbit hole. This is where ultimately, if you're someone like me who gets excited by cosmetics and you love customizing your base, your home, your character, you're going to be spending a lot of time just maximizing everything you can do with the characters of the game and all the quests and the clubs and everything else, because you can earn all those things to come in here and decorate your home. And then you can come in here. By the way, everything, I think we talked about this in the early thoughts, but everything is movable and placeable. I know we did because somebody freaked out about the fact that I put the spines in, which I didn't even notice when I did the video. So I'm going to repair that right now for all of you who were triggered like, you're a sociopath for putting the spines. I didn't even pay attention when I was recording that video, so that's been fixed for all of you who were wanting to know. But you can also go in here and, you know, edit your appearance. And so I've got this new shirt that I purchased, but there's other things that you can get throughout the game and earn and purchase as well. So discard changes. I don't actually want to change anything. Quick commercial break, everyone, to celebrate and give thanks to all of these amazing people who keep me on the air full time. Really appreciate the support. All you got to do is join as a member. You get access to private videos. You can also do super thanks on any upload or super chats and stickers on any live stream or premiere you see. And beyond that, don't forget we're multi-streaming over on Twitch now, so you can support over there as well. Thanks so much to everybody. Let's get back to the video at hand. Oh, except I took my cloak off. Hang on. I accidentally took my cloak off. Go back. Weathered cape. Back. Back. Save changes and exit. There we go. I'm still on the lookout for a walking stick because the Assessor had a really cool walking stick that I want. So I've been having a great time just doing all the things that you're supposed to do in this game. So we have unlocked through quests now. I have unlocked 4 meeting places or 3. Let me look here. Yeah, 4. So I have my home that I can host meals at, which is this one. Then I have Delphinium's Rooftop, which I can host meals at. I have the Green Dragon, where I can host meals, and the 3 Farthing Stone. So we have one where you can do 2, one where you can do 3, and one where you can do 4. And so a part of what we've been doing in between the main quests and the main missions is hosting meals to raise our faction with the various people of Bywater to earn their additional items, and also to unlock the friendships, because the friendship rankings come with specialty items that they just give you. So as an example, Neffy, the Dwarven Smith, once I unlocked her friendship level, she gave me access to her jetty. So I have a dock that she unlocked for me. It was previously there was a gate closing it. She opened the gate for me and allowed me to go out there. And so now I can go fishing out off the jetty into this huge lake of water, which is awesome. And then by doing the fishing quests for Old Man Noakes, I've earned 3 different fishing rods, and there are multiple additional fishing rods that I can gain. So it's not just about like the club relationship levels or the personal relationship levels and getting the rewards of those. It's the friendship stuff that you unlock along the way, because they will say things to you like, hey, somebody wants to talk to you about their friendship, and you go talk to them and like, here's a special gift for being my friend, and it'll be something cool, like a cool cosmetic item or the key to the desk, or you know what I mean, like the jetty. Like there's been all these really cool things that we've been able to unlock along the way. So like I said, I'm 20 hours into the game now. We're firmly into winter. I've been running around working, primarily today we were working on leveling up through the foraging quest line because I wanted access to that first tier of additional inventory slots. So now I have 15 inventory slots instead of only 5. We also have a chicken now. I don't know if you guys noticed this chicken running around. I've only got one so far, but he lays an egg every single day, so I don't have to worry about buying eggs anymore. I harvested everything a couple days ago. Like I said, I've just been waiting for springtime to roll around to plant some new seeds because I don't really need anything right now. The other quality of life progression I noticed was like with the cooking stuff, you start off with just some basic utensils, but then as you go through the cooking club, you get access to additional cooking utensils. So if you really like the cooking minigame here and you want to make better this is where you get into the tiers of stuff too, because like the gardening has tiers of items that you can grow, and then there's companion plants that you can get into to learn how to mix plants together to get like 2 and 3 star vegetables. But then there's like working with her and getting these additional cooking station unlocks to be able to make cooler items and to be able to have better control over the outcome of your recipes. But then the pantry is probably one of the coolest things I've seen in terms of quality of life as well, because over time, as I've stocked my pantry, it has started to look cooler and cooler and cooler over time as I've started to load this thing up with all the things that I've been growing, harvesting, getting from quests, or finding in the game world. So again, Weta Workshop, you've done a great job, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention the fact that above and beyond all of this is the simple fact that someone asked a question today, and I already covered this in a separate video, but they said, but what about the lore? What about the story? What does this have to do with The Hobbit or The Lord of the Rings? And I can say this is one of the areas where Weta Workshop, having spent decades working with The Lord of the Rings on the films and the Hobbit films and so on and so forth, have already had so much time immersing themselves and steeping themselves in the lore. So it's been truly fun to go around and do quests and have conversations with these NPCs and to do missions for them and just to develop friendships with them because as you've unfolded the story, we've heard about things like the Great Winter when the wolves attacked. We've talked about Gandalf being here with the old Took. We've talked about the king's contract and the actual founding of the Shire and what was in that original agreement with the king when he gave this area to the hobbits and what those arrangements were and what we have to do to maintain Bywater as a village. There's some really cool stuff here. If you've actually read The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, there is a ton of lore tie-in for those of you who've read the books. But if you've never read the books and you've only ever seen the Peter Jackson films with which Weta Workshop worked on, you're gonna feel right at home and familiar. Other than that, if you've never played or you've never read the books, you've never read the films, and you're just looking for a fun little cozy crafting farming game to play, you might consider this. It's a lot of fun. I'm having a blast, but I also fully admit that I am a huge Lord of the Rings nerd and I love all things Middle Earth. So for me, it's been exactly what I wanted it to be, and I have nothing but applause for What a Workshop for Tales of the Shire. I cannot wait to get to the final review. I don't know what else is yet left for me to uncover in the game because there's all these additional cooking things I can earn for the kitchen. There's more fishing poles. There's more unlocks that I could do across all of the companion quests and all of the clubs. Plus, I haven't even finished the main storyline yet, so I have no idea where that's going. But we did just get fireworks from the big, tall man with the bong beard and the pointy hat during today's stream, which was awesome. Anyway, I'm out. I gotta play more tomorrow. I'll see you there. Like, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. More Tales of the Shire stuff down below, including tips, guides, and playthroughs.